It's beginning to look a lot like I can't afford anything for Christmas.
Stop wasting money on Christmas gifts.
$1,200 for 2 Christmas trees.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Today, we're going to take a look at some people on the internet that are giving up on Christmas this year. Most of the time, it's because Christmas has become way more expensive than it used to be. Everything from decorations to the food to Christmas trees to spending money on presents for people you don't really care about. And the massive overconsumption that the media and big business has tried to push on consumers like you and I for the last 3 to 4 decades. Let's get into our first video.
It's about time we start spacing these holidays out. We don't have the budget for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas back to back to back. First of all, we just got these kids some Halloween costumes. Now we turn around, got to feed the whole family. Then we got to get Christmas presents. We don't have it. Speaking of which, when Black Friday roll around, I don't want to see a TV on sale. We got enough TVs. We got them in the bathroom, in the basement, the garage. TVs are everywhere. Put the groceries on sale. Yeah, roll it back. Let me get some $1 orange juice. Let me get some $2 lunch meat. Let me go ahead and get a 50-cent steak. But I don't need another flat screen, 55-inch, 60-inch. I don't need none of that. Give me a 60-inch grocery list. Let me get that for $2. Rolling back because we out here starved. People ain't got no money. The way this economy set up, we're going to need to skip a few holidays. I don't even want to hear about Easter next year because we ain't ready for it. New Year's Eve ain't happening. We're going to be New Year's in the house. We can't even watch the ball drop because we ain't got no cable. Y'all done took that off everything. Come on, help us out. Get the budget together in the country and then talk to us. But until then, we ain't got it.
Of course, all of the bigger ticket electronics that already have extremely high margins for the businesses are going to be knocked down a couple $100 for Black Friday and holidays. But when it comes to things that we actually need to survive, like groceries, nope, those are gonna stay 60% more expensive than they used to be 3 to 4 years ago. The first comment on this video, we are poor. Let's also talk about how Black Friday has become an entire month long. And I work in the digital marketing industry. I actually run paid advertisements for other businesses, and Black Friday is by far the largest weekend sales event of the entire year. Black Friday used to be just the weekend and then maybe Cyber Monday stretching into the next week. But now we have entire month-long sales because consumers are continuing to purchase. Businesses have found out over time that if you extend the Black Friday sale and you add maybe incremental discounts or you change the messaging and the wording, consumers will continue spending their hard-earned money all month long. I remember when they marked down goods 75% for Black Friday, and yeah, now you're lucky to get buy one, get one 20% off or some terrible offer.
Stop wasting money on Christmas gifts. I think that Christmas has gotten so out of hand that we buy gifts for so many people, and if you can't afford it, don't spend the money. Last year, I didn't have a job. I did not work last Christmas, and so I had no income. So I barely bought any Christmas gifts. And let me tell you how nice that was. It was so nice. It was so nice to not have this long ass list of all these people buying gifts. I spend so much money on Christmas every year. So I literally said to myself, this year, I'm still in debt. So, circumstances have only changed of I have a job now, I have income coming in, but I don't want to spend all this money on gifts. So I don't want a bunch of people to buy me gifts. I'm not going to buy people gifts. There's like 3 people on my list that are getting gifts from me this year. And it's okay to say no. It's literally okay to say, let's not do Christmas. Let's not exchange gifts. Like, I'm not going to buy gifts. That's okay. Set that boundary because you don't need to be wasting all this money on spending money for Christmas. It's gotten out of hand. And if you're in debt and you're not in a good financial situation, don't. You
should not be going into debt for Christmas presents for other people. I highly doubt that the majority of people are going to listen to this advice. Again, these companies know and they prey on your emotion to get you all excited for the holidays and to spend money with insane discounts, even though the marked down prices aren't really all that amazing anymore. This is a trending audio on TikTok right now with Mariah Carey, with her voice going up and up and up to signify the fact that Christmas doesn't quite feel the same when you're broke.
It's beginning to look a lot like I can't afford anything for Christmas. 'Cause everything is fucked.
I am a huge believer in having a sense of humor when life throws you lemons, and this creator obviously has taken that to the next level. And hey, maybe you post a couple of cool social media videos on TikTok and you make a couple $100 or a couple $1,000 because one of them pops off. Before you know it, there are your Christmas presents bought and paid for.
I'm walking past this Christmas tree farm in Soho, and I wanted to share that I came here. I bought 2 Christmas trees, $1,200 for 2 Christmas trees.
I remember when I was a kid, Christmas trees were like a couple $100, if that, for a really nice one. I can't imagine dropping $1,200 for a tree that's just going to die in less than a month anyway. Plus, you have to deal with lugging it around in and out of a truck, or if you don't have a truck, you have to use somebody else's or get it delivered, and that, of course, is going to be more money. I've been rocking with a fake Christmas tree for about the last 7 years, have not had to buy anything new over those last 7 years, and I think I spent around $120 on it. And the ornaments look just as good.
That first Christmas you have, when you get no electronics, that first Christmas you have to when you're old enough to where your parents don't buy you no more games, no more phones, that first Christmas when you just get damn socks, bro. That'd be the most disheartening. Bro. I ain't gonna cap. I remember my first ever Christmas, bro. I remember I was like 13 years old. And no, like 15. And then mind you, every Christmas before that, I was getting damn games, new gaming systems. I was getting fire Christmas gifts, bro, every year. Then I turned like 15, 16 years old. I remember like my dad bought me a PS4 like 2 weeks ago. I'm thinking I'm finna get a new game. I'm thinking, oh, bro, I looked under the tree. I got 2 presents. My mom got me a pair of damn socks, a package of socks, and my dad gave me a pair of damn drawers. But I ain't gonna cap though. When you get older, gifts like that, like when you hit your like 20s, gifts like that start actually like turning useful. I'm not gonna lie. I would take a package of drawers right now, bro. I wouldn't be mad at it. I wouldn't be mad at some new socks, some new shirts.
I don't know about you, but I feel like I've completely grown out of that phase of wanting super expensive electronic gifts. I make my own money now, and I realize how expensive these things are, and in some cases how much of a waste of time it is to spend on video games. Growing up, I had maybe 2 or 3 really good Christmases because I had a split family, parents divorced, the whole shebang, but it wouldn't be the same if I had that every single year, and so it's a blessing in disguise. If you always have amazing Christmases, you just don't appreciate them for when they're not around anymore.
Genuinely, how much are we spending on our kids for Christmas? Because I was overwhelmed. I was stressing myself out that I was spending way too much. I never added up, okay? I just always like add it to the cart. I buy what I see in store. I buy throughout the years and I save it. I decided to be responsible today and sit down and really add up how much I have spent on everything, from big gifts to stocking stuffers, every little thing that I have bought. I was extremely impressed with myself, to be honest, because I was under the budget that I had like kind of set in my head. And then I decided to put a poll up on my Instagram story because I was curious, what do other people spend? The first 2 answers I got, $2,000 a kid. $2,000 a kid? I don't do a light Christmas. I go all out. Like, I have a good time. This is really one of the only times that my girls like get gifts. We're not like a go to the store every day and buy a gift for you type of like family. So this is really when they get their things, everything. We restock everything. We do the big gifts. We do small gifts. We do huge stockings. Like, we don't do Christmas light. $2,000 a kid? Especially the one was like, I have a 17-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old, and I do about $2,000 a piece on each kid. What are you spending $2,000 on a 2-year-old for? That, I am struggling with my 2-year-old this year. Like, money-wise, it's not even gonna be close to what I spent on my 5-year-old just because they're such at like different stages. But like, that's insane. That's insane to me. $2,000 a kid. Bah, what are you spending on your kids? I'm truthfully curious.
I also don't understand spending $2,000 on a 2-year-old. I mean, how many toys can there possibly be to purchase? Even going to a Walmart or a Target or purchasing something online, the most expensive toys for toddlers can be a couple $100, if that. Maybe you're just loading them up with 10 to 15 presents. Now, as kids get older and they start to integrate more with the adult world, then gifts can be more expensive. If you have the money and you have the means, $2,000 is not the end of the world to spend on like a 10, 11, 12-year-old. But I also recognize that most people are not in that position. $2,000 is so unrealistic for an average household. If you live a comfortable life, I feel like the max should be $300, and if you are a low-income house, then $100 to $150 is average. $2,000 if you have teens is easy. Hoodies are like $200 plus phones and gaming. And then the creator responds, honestly, I get $2,000 at the teenage.
I can't help but laugh at how a lot of these like big brands and corporations are practically begging people to come into their stores and shop for the holiday season. Now that we're almost like halfway through Q4 and they realize people are not buying. People aren't buying. And you know, a lot of businesses make almost 25% of their annual sales during the holiday season. And I'm surprised that they're surprised. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? You hiked the prices up on everything. Mind you, like a jacket costs over $150. It's like 100% like plastic, mind you. You don't even pay your employees like a livable wage. People can't afford groceries, let alone to shop in the stores that they work at. And you lobbied behind politicians that stripped like people's affordable health care and safety net programs. Like, people are concerned about eating, and these brands are like, well, why does nobody want to come in and shop my 25% off holiday sale?
Now, there's some things wrong with this video. Again, I work in digital marketing, so I know this very intimately. First, she says 25% of companies' sales come in Q4. That's actually lowballing it, because if you think about it, there's only 4 quarters, and each quarter would make up 25% if all of them were equal. And we know that Q4 actually does have more sales than other quarters for the majority of businesses. It's actually closer to about 40% of sales. In a lot of cases as well, it's not just about the gross sales, it's about your net profit. Q4 will almost always have a plurality of net profit.
We have 40% of our total sales, but actually 50% of our yearly profit comes from Q4, which is the more important metric.
All that to say, this ties back to another clip that we watched earlier in the video where companies just are not giving out amazing deals like they used to, but they're still expecting customers to come in and spend their money like it was 10 years ago. This might sound ungrateful, but I don't want people buying things for me that I will not use. It's a waste of money and it causes clutter. Let's do something together instead. I'm so tired of buying gifts for ungrateful people too, like my sister-in-law and her husband that never say thank you. I'm also tired of being given gifts that don't represent me, like tacky, gaudy jewelry that I'll never wear. Like, come on.
Poor people think that nobody can afford Christmas because they can't afford to see how full the malls are at Tuesday at 2 p.m. They think that nobody can afford groceries because they can't afford to be at these restaurants where it's $100 per person and you have to make a reservation a month in advance, and they're always full. Poor people do not live in reality. They live in poverty, and that is it. At least when you're middle class, you understand some people have more money than you, some people have less money than you, and that's a very real thing. But for poor people, wealthy people are a fantasy. They might as well be dragons and unicorns. They only see people with money on TV. They don't actually, in their day-to-day lives, interact with them. So they say to themselves, yes, the fantasy people on the TV or maybe even on social media, obviously they have money, but everybody else in real life, we're all poor, we're all broke. When you believe everybody is poor and there's nothing that you can do to stop being poor, of course you're going to be poor. And notice how it's always a we.
If you are poor, think about it this way. If you're poor, you believe that you don't have the means to not be poor. If you're broke, you just don't have money and you can work towards fixing that. At least that's the mindset that I've adopted. I do think that people who don't have a lot of money can sometimes get trapped in that mindset of, I'll be like this forever and I just don't know how to get out of this situation. A conversation for another video, but then the government comes in and says, hey, here's all these benefits for being poor. Meanwhile, the person that's working 40 to 50 to 60 hours a week makes the same amount of money because they don't qualify for all those benefits that the government gives the poor people.
Y'all, I thought my outdoor Christmas decor looked cute until I stepped outside and my neighbor's house looked like the North Pole on steroids. So here I am shopping it at home, trying to escalate this friendly neighborhood rivalry. I'm also very competitive, so the fact that I put out something big and then they put out something bigger, I'm gonna shop like it's the holiday Olympics.
We're definitely gonna get an inflatable. I just can't decide which one. I really like the reindeer, but he's expensive. Okay, wait, this is on a Black Friday deal. It's $70 and it's 10 feet. I think I'm gonna get this one, this 12-foot snowman.
Okay, there was only one left and I got him. I'm so excited.
I also found this Swirling Storm light up. We're gonna grab this for the garage. Okay, we got it. Next stop is Home Depot. Okay, we have made it to Home Depot. Fingers crossed they have something good. I see Christmas. Okay, sadly, we are only getting extension cords, but this was definitely a need because I plan to continue to buy more things for the porch. Okay, for reference, this is what my front looks like. I have a little Nutcracker bear, a Christmas tree, some globes, some candy canes, and then I decorated my tree. They decorated their tree, both of them, put Christmas lights on, did a tree on their front porch and a blow up, and they're in their yard. So we are gonna pull this puppy out. Okay, mind you, it is raining, but we are still gonna blow this thing up. It is pouring, but I got him up. Ta-da! I got him up, and then I also put the Santa on the garage. So let's look at it all together. Okay, I got my Santa and his reindeer and the light bulbs, the tree. We got the front porch, and then we have the star of the show, which is Santa here.
A classic example of keeping up with the Joneses. This creator likely spent over $1,000 on all of their Christmas decorations, only to be up for, what, 30 to 45 days? And not even because she particularly wanted these in the first place. The only reason she went and purchased these items was because she felt insecure that her house wasn't as cool as her neighbors. This is the kind of mindset that keeps you poor. Now look, if you have the money and the means to do it, sure, go all out, make your house look amazing, but the vast majority of people should not be spending $1,000 or more on Christmas decorations. But that is everything we have in today's video. If you enjoyed your time with me here today, please drop a like rating on the YouTube video. It tells the almighty algorithm to show this video to more people, and I would greatly appreciate it. And I wish you and your family all of the best this holiday season, and I hope you have an amazing time.